Jin Freaks, one of the top 5 telekinetic abilities in the world, and Meruem, the strongest king of Chimera Ant. Both are considered to be among the strongest in the work, and if they were to meet, we can expect a tremendous and advanced battle. If Jin, the man with the strongest brain that can foresee the future, and Meruem, the man with the strongest physical ability that does not work even under Nero's onslaught, were to fight, wouldn't you wonder who would be the stronger? In this issue, we will discuss how the showdown would end if it were to come to fruition. If you enjoyed the video, give it a high rating. Who do you think would win the battle between these two? Let us know your opinion in the comments. Jin's strength. Jin is the highest executive of the Hunter Association chosen by Netero, a former member of the 12 Zodiacs, holds the title of 2-star hunter, and is called the best hunter by Kaido and Satatsu. He is so highly regarded by Netero as one of the top 5 telekinetic abilities in the world, and is a genius skilled in the handling of auras. Once he receives a blow technique, he can copy it completely, and we thought it was a telekinesis ability, but he said it was just a talent. In the work, his telekinesis had not yet been shown, and he screwed over Palestine's assassins with just his basic skills. As we talked about in another video, it has been considered that his telekinesis ability is either an enhancement type stronger than Gon's or a trait type ability to manipulate luck from his charisma, but it is a mystery. In addition to his aura control technique, his intelligence is one of the best in the work. He has excellent foresight. 2 days before the presidential election began, he appeared at the association and told them that the method of deciding how the election would be conducted would be by lot drawing, thus making a preemptive move to get his way and preventing Palestine's plan. Likewise, Palestine tried to manipulate the 12 zodiac signs and control the election process, but only Jin saw what he was up to and anticipated further to prevent Palestine from getting his way. Even after he got on board the Dark Continent expedition, he was able to see through Paristan's ruse of sending 5,000 Chimerans around the world and thwart his dark scheme by taking over the number 2 position. Palestine, who is always so goofy and never dislikes people, said he was going to hate Jin. As can be seen from this, Jin is very good at reading people's thoughts and reading further ahead of them, which would also make him very capable of developing strategies in battle. In addition, he is knowledgeable in various fields of study, including psychology and statistics. Meruem's strength. Meruem is the king who stands at the top of the Chimera Ant, the president of the Hunter Association, and the one who drove Netero to his death. His body is one of the hardest among the Chimera Ant, so much so that he is nearly unharmed even after being hit by more than 100 blows in a row by the high Kushiki cannon. Even when he was hit by the light bullets that Netero unleashed by squeezing out all his aura, he was only wounded to the extent that the surface of his skin was battered and blood dripped. The fatal wound was when he was hit by the firepower of a miniature rose, a nuclear bomb that could destroy a small country. At that time, his skin was completely scorched and most of his body was damaged to the point of near death, but that is an exception because it was a chemical weapon, not a human telekinesis. His pure physical ability also far surpasses that of humans, and he possesses the speed to easily rip off one arm and one leg from Nero, who is one of the strongest in the world. Furthermore, his telekinesis ability is a cheat ability that allows him to absorb the aura of something he eats and make it his own, which means that he has the potential to become strong no matter how far he goes. In addition to his absolute strength, he is also smart and has grown to be able to defeat champions in board games such as Go and Shogi in just a few hours after learning the rules. Although he could not beat Geomugi in a military debate, he showed his intelligence to follow in her footsteps. Jin would die instantly if attacked. We will consider the confrontation between the two, but first of all, since Meruem's strength is so overwhelming that even Netero could have his limbs ripped off, his speed is at a level where humans cannot react, and once he is attacked, he is considered to die instantly. Jin is slender from the outside and does not seem to be powerful, and since there is no way he can compete with Netero, who has mastered the martial arts, his pure fighting skills are probably lower than Netero's. If he did, he would die instantly in a few seconds if it came to a meatball fight. Therefore, the only way for Jin to win is to bring it to a head-to-head battle. anticipating Meruem's movement. Although Meruem is also able to see the moves of her opponent and devise a strategy to outperform them, Jin is able to anticipate much more in the future and act accordingly, so it is thought that Jin has the advantage in the battle of brains. Therefore, Jin will be able to anticipate Meruem's actions and attack patterns and even the final outcome ahead of time. Meruem's facial expression basically never changes, he rarely shows emotion, and he is always calm, so he is not as straightforward as the enhanced type, but he is not that twisted, so his behavior pattern is thought to be rather simple. When he fights with Nero, he looks for an opening in Nero's onslaught, and when he finds one, he sees through it and attacks. Other than that, we can see that he was enjoying fighting with Nero. Because of his disposition to enjoy fighting and his belligerence to fight someone stronger than himself, he is loyal to his desires and has a high sense of pride to the extent that he will punish anyone who opposes him, even if they are his subordinates. With Jin's knowledge, it is thought that he can read Meruem's actions based on such tendencies, so he may be able to read through Meruem's attack patterns and instantly take countermeasures to avoid attacks perfectly. Can he inflict a fatal wound on Meruem? However, it is unlikely that Jin has the power to inflict damage on Meruem. What Jin originally did when he became a hunter was to fulfill his curiosity to explore things he did not know, including excavating ruins. He is not the type to pursue strength like Netero or Hisoka. He is the type who follows his own curiosity and puts his own enjoyment first, so he is not interested in being the strongest. His aura control is excellent, but that only means that he can be precise, and he is not described as having excellent destructive power. It would be conceivable if it could produce destructive power like Gon's, but I don't think Jin can unleash that much power. Given this, it would be difficult for Jin's blows to inflict a fatal wound on Meruem. Analysis of Meruem's weaknesses. Inevitably, then, the way to fight would be to use your brains and analyze how you can damage Meruem. We will launch various types of attacks on Meruem and watch his reactions, damage, etc., to unravel what works. With Jin's tremendous analytical skills, he will be able to derive all kinds of answers from Meruem's every word and slight change in facial expression. As I have shown in previous videos, Meruem's weakness is nuclear bomb grade fire and its poison, so if you attack accordingly, you will have a better chance of winning. Maybe he originally knew Chimerant and knows how to. In terms of overall strength, he is no match for Meruem. Jin's brains are undoubtedly higher than Meruem's, but when we consider Meruem's total strength, including his fighting ability, we can assume that Meruem is better than Jin. Since Jin's battle scenes are rarely depicted, and we do not know his telekinesis, it is hard to say how strong he is, but it seems that Meruem's fighting and defensive abilities are in a realm that no human could reach. If he used other forces, such as miniature roses, he could win that, but if he tried to fight with only the power that Jin possesses, it would be difficult for him to deal a major blow to Meruem. The fact that even Netero can hardly inflict any wounds and is being beaten back is highly convincing evidence of Meruem's strength. But it would be interesting to see a battle between the strongest human and the strongest chimera ant. That's all for this time. See you in the next video.